Hello there, this is Alexandr from Sinesquares.net, and today we're going to talk about a brand new pedal by my friends at WALRUS Audio, the Canvas Clock. As you can imagine, this is a clock pedal. It spits out your tempo, and you can sync so many devices with this little thing right here. Super versatile, has a few tricks that are really cool, and I didn't know I would need something like that, but yeah. That's how it goes with most utilities, I guess. I mean, you don't think you want them, but when you have them, they're so cool. It's impressively easy to use. I mean, I thought that I would get lost, but yeah, it's such a simple pedal to operate. And in just like a day, I got into much more complex territories than I thought I would go, because I've never used MIDI on any pedal, and I'm starting to realize that I made a big mistake with that. Playing live or practicing with this pedal on your pedal board is, I mean, it's self-explanatory how cool this is, but I also think it's pretty nice to have this in your studio. I don't have a MIDI box, and I have too many USB connections to use also for pedals, so having this dedicated option and just tapping and changing the tempo and have all my pedals sync to that tempo saves so much time of, tapping and missing like your exact tempo. So this is a great solution for that. Plus it looks really cool. I mean, I really like the aesthetics of the Canvas series, and yeah, this looks really nice. So now we're going to do a quick overview of the pedal. Once you open it up, you can see your song. You can change songs with this knob right here. And you're going to use these two knobs that are also clickable to navigate through the menu. And you also have two foot switches that you can customize and do anything you want. I'm using them to switch songs, but you can use them any way you want. You can use them to use tap tempo or to do other things. Here we have output number 3 and 4 and our MIDI out. And on the other side, we have output number 1 and 2, our MIDI in. And on the top, you also have MIDI out, your USB connection, your sync, and your MIDI in. In the menu, you're going to see songs, set lists, macros, your global settings, your display, and about, which is the firmware. In your songs, you have to click here to get in your songs. I have demo A and demo B. You're going to click this knob right here to go back. Set lists are collections of songs. Macros are your MIDI messages that I'm using right now. I have macro 1 and macro 2. On macro 1, I can see the messages, and I have program changes. So you get in here, you choose your channel. I'm choosing 9 for the microcosm because that's where I set it, and the program change is going to be number 2. You can also use a message to create CC messages, so you can choose the channel, the number of the CC, and the value. So you can do any changes within your pedals or your synthesizers. You can also name them, you can also name your songs. So another important thing is that in global, you can set your jacks, foot switches, metronome, and everything, how they work. So if I go jacks, for example, jack number 3 that we're using right here, is going to be my tempo out. I can also set it to be CV out, expression in, switch in. You can also customize your foot switches, pressing and holding them. I'm just using previous song for A and next song for B. Your metronome that can also take accents, and your subdivision, and your sync and MIDI settings that are global. If you're going to send clock, if you're going to receive clock, etc. I mean, I've read the manual, but it's pretty self-explanatory, I guess. I mean, it's so easy to set it up. The hard part is to find all the MIDI messages, all the MIDI CCs, or the program changes within each pedal, so you can take advantage of this feature. But other than that, the pedal is really, really straightforward. So for your studio, I think that this is a really great tool to sync all your pedals and don't have to worry about your tempo. You can also use another device or your audio interface to send MIDI in this pedal. Unfortunately, my audio interface doesn't have a MIDI out, and I found out the day I got this pedal because I didn't use it up until then. I just used USB MIDI, but yeah, you can use it if you have one. So every time you're changing your song, you're within your DAW, that clock will be sent in the Canvas clock, and you're gonna have everything synced. So now let's do a quick example to show how you can use clock in your setup, in your pedal board, or within your studio. You can do a lot of things with it. I mean, it has so many options, it's fully customizable, and if you just take some time and learn about MIDI and how you can use MIDI with your pedals, it's a game changer and so useful. I'm planning to use this pedal as a master clock in the studio for my pedals, because for synthesizers you don't have that problem. You can just use a USB cable and hook them up to your laptop and then they're all synced. But with pedals you sometimes have to use a solution like the WALRUS clock. There are a ton of ways to use clock. I mean, the most obvious one is just to sync pedals, but the most creative way is to use MIDI and take advantage of pedals that can take MIDI and change like your presets, change settings. And the great thing is that you can do that within a song and then change those songs and have all your presets, your settings set to the next song. I think you have up to 15 MIDI messages per macro. Each song can use a macro and that macro contains your MIDI messages. I'm using it to send MIDI with this cable to the OPXY, so this is synced to the tempo that you see over here. If I change the song, the tempo is changing here too. And I'm also using it to send clock and MIDI to the chroma console and ghost, and right above them we have the microcosm. And at the end I'm also sending clock to the delay llama that we're not going to use for this example. So now if I play a note here, you see that my tempo is 120 and everything is synced. If I change the song and go to song number 2, which is 80 BPM, again, everything synced. Another really cool way to use it is that I'm also sending program changes to the microcosm. So every time I change my song, I'm also changing the preset on the microcosm. So now in song number 1, we're using the blocks second preset. And the moment I change the song on the Canva clock, we're going to change also the preset on microcosm. So now you can see we're now at sequence preset number 3. And then back to the other preset. That feature alone is so convenient, and you can have all your songs ready to go and change presets only by using this one pedal and use it for all your pedals that can take presets. So that was it. This is the Canvas Clock by WALRUS Audio, brand new pedal. Utility pedals are something that you don't want to spend money on, but once you do, you just wish you've done this earlier. And yeah, this is one of these examples. This pedal can fit on any pedal board and will save you so much time changing presets, tapping the tempo, etc. So yeah, a really great addition to a really great line of pedals. The Canvas series by WALRUS is really cool. I mean, they have the rehearsal pedal, they have DI pedals and the reamp. They also have the tuner. They have power supplies for as many pedals as you want. So yeah, a really great line of utility pedals that save you so much time and make your life easier, especially when you have a ton of things in your studio, a ton of pedals. And yeah, this type of pedal will save you so much time in the future and can be such a useful tool in your live setup. It will take some time to set this thing up for the first time, but once you do that, you're done for life and you're ready to go and play. So I'm planning to spend a lot of time with it, setting this thing up and controlling my pedals just by changing a song, which is so cool. Thank you so much for being here once again. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions about this pedal, you can ask me in the comments, and I hope to see you on the next one. Love you.